welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Good evening. Well, this is a lovely surprise, isn't it? But there's no tomorrow in sport. There's only now, tonight, for this England team. So, seize the day.
Right, listen up. This is what we've got to do. You've got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. They'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them. Get around the back. So catch me if you can, because I'm the England man. And what you're looking at is the master plan. We ain't no hooligans. Is that a football song? 3 lines on my chest. I know we can't go wrong. Playing for England. England. Playing the song. Singing for England. England. It's time for Croatia. It's 1-on-1.
It was all World in Motion and John Barnes back in 1990. Tonight it's Gareth Southgate and the biggest night of his life. With his England team just 90 minutes away from a potential World Cup final, his emotional intelligence and understated decency have rubbed off on this England squad, who made a sceptical and weary public fall in love with them once again. But no one should underestimate this talented Croatian side, hardened by the demands of 2 penalty shootout wins, a team dotted with players from Inter Milan, Barcelona and Real Madrid. They want this as badly as England do. Hello everyone, Roy Keane is back with us to restore some calm, and he's alongside Gary Neville, Ian Wright and Lee Dixon this evening. Let's have a quick look at the teams then. England unchanged. It's the 11 that started the World Cup and both knockout games. The familiar 3-5-2 formation. Raheem Sterling up front in support of Harry Kane, who leads the race for the Golden Boot with 6 goals. And for Croatia, Brozovic starts instead of Kramaric. That should allow Luka Modric of Real Madrid and Barcelona's Ivan Rakitic to play further forward, and they are very dangerous indeed creatively. So, Ian Wright, big deep breath. Here we go then. They've done brilliantly to get this far, but what is this a night for? Because they don't want this to be the limit of their ambitions.
It's time to step up and be great. But the fact is that people can say whatever they want about the teams we've played up to this point and how we've got here. We're here. I think we're here on merit. I think Gareth's done brilliantly when he came into this into the job to say that he's given us a team that we can be proud of. We're proud of the team now. We've got to this stage, and I think it's time to just go forward and beat Croatia. Now, I think we will. I'm really I'm so nervous. I'm going to go. I'll probably go.
Don't go yet.
I'm going to go.
Don't go.
But I just feel that this is it. It's time to just go and just grasp it now.
And shoot for the stars.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, it's a bit weird. I'm feeling a bit weird right now, because if we were in the semi-final beforehand, looking at this, I would be very nervous. But I'm not. I'm really calm. I think, and that's Gareth Southgate's fault that he's made me calm. I want to be nervous, but he's calmed me down. He's with his presence, his managerial skills, the way he's led this team. The players all seem to know exactly what they're doing. They're not fazed by who they're playing against, and they're coming across one of their biggest games of their career in a calm mood, talking about winning the trophy. And we're not now going, oh yeah, it's bravado. It's actually people are starting to believe. So he's put me in a really calm state of mind that he's looking forward to this game, albeit we're playing Croatia, who are a very, very good side, and it's going to be really hard. But I'm very optimistic.
I think there's a deeper meaning if you look at English football in this last 20 years. We look back upon sort of 96 and 90 with fondness of those teams, but we look back upon 66 as the heroes, really. And I look at the domestic league in England and how English football players are less represented. We seem to have lost faith in them over the last 20 years, you know, from 70% representation to 30%. English coaching, we haven't had a seat at the table. Everyone talks about the Spanish, everyone talks about the French way of playing, the Brazilian way of playing. I'm not saying that this team can put us back with a big seat at the, a seat at the table. What this team can do is make us feel proud about our national team again, make us feel proud about English football again, because we've taken a battering over 20-odd years. And I think there's a deeper meaning. These lads don't need to take that pressure on. They need to just think about the game. But for everybody who's been part of it over the last 20-odd years and thought about how we've seen our representation in our own league disintegrate, there's a chance here for us to really feel proud about our English national game again.
So, Roy, you've been home for a couple of weeks. You know what's going on back home, and now you've come back here. How do you look at this? Because this is an unbelievable opportunity for this England team.
Absolutely, but it's one they've got to take. I think there'll be no excuses after the game tonight. I think they seem to be in a great place. Obviously, Gary's mentioned the pressure there. They don't seem to be playing with any real pressure. Obviously, I think that's down to Garrett, the way he's obviously worked with them. They seem in a good place, and I think this Croatia team, they've got some decent players. They're there for the take, and whether these players can take that opportunity, we'll find out in the next couple of hours. But it's there for them. They've got to just go and grab it. So
the processes are the same. It's all very well because we're doing all this and everyone at home is getting really excited about it and it's a World Cup semi-final. How hard is it just to say, this is just another game of football when there is so much at stake? This is the biggest game of their lives.
They have to bring it back to that, because the reality is it will come down to a pass, a shot, a set piece, somebody not marking the man, someone marking the man. It will come down to the principles of football. So whatever we talk about in terms of it being a bigger game, the way in which this game will be won and lost will come down to those simple moments. It's about focus and concentration. But those lads, I have to say, I think the penalty shootout victory against Colombia put them in a place that not makes them unbeatable, of course not, but against Sweden, to do what they did against Sweden, I mean, Sweden, people will say, aren't the greatest team, but I've seen Sweden teams over the last 25 years. How hard is it to play against Sweden? They made it look as simple as you could ever make it. They looked in complete control. So tonight, they've got it in the hands to become really great English national players.
They certainly do. OK, you'll have noticed someone isn't in the studio with us tonight because he simply had to be at the game. So we'll hear from our favourite Croat next. And whether player, manager or pundit, he doesn't hold back. But at home, England are not lacking support either.
Are Croatia going to win? No, of course not. Of course not. Who's going to win? England are going to win. England are going to win. England! 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 England!
Hello from South Africa. So just when England could do with a gigantic boost, along comes the best football team that we could ever wish for. We're so proud of you boys.
Win the semi and it's coming home.
Good luck to the boys today. We're really proud of you. Go that extra step. No English teams won on foreign soil and got to a final, so make history. Good luck.
Gareth Southgate's friend Stuart Pearce amongst the well-wishers. He'll be at the game tonight, as will an expected 10,000 England fans at their first World Cup semi-final for 10,234 days. The scramble for tickets has been intense. Like Croatia's shirt, England's history with the Balkan state is checkered.
Please allow me to introduce myself.
Standing between England and the last eight, Croatia, dangerous opponent. Wayne Rooney! Rooney, with only the goalkeeper to beat. No problem at all.
See on his face.
Oh no! Robinson completely missed it.
Oh, you guessed that.
Nowhere for Steve McLaren to shelter. Oh no! Carson lost it. Euro 2008 will be happening without England. Here we go again. Now Theo Walcott. It's in. Theo Walcott to round off a
So Slaven Bilic has had his highs and lows against England. He's at the Luzhniki this evening with Ryan Giggs and Jackie Oatley.
Well, Mark, Slaven simply had to be here this evening. I'm only surprised that he's not in full kit. I don't know where it is, but how are the nerves bearing up, Slav?
It's a great. To be fair, I am nervous. You know, I'm looking forward for the game as the whole Croatia. It's a big night for us. It's a big night for you. So I'm expecting a great game of football.
Yeah, we're like a pair of flustered ducks in a pond. This one's more like a serene swan, being from Wales, aren't you? But how do you think Croatia are going to approach this game against England?
Well, I think they'll try and control the tempo, obviously with the likes of Modric, who can do that. And also, I'd be interested to see Mandzukic potentially coming up on Trippier, Walker, really testing them, because I don't think especially Walker's been tested with a top-class centre-forward yet. And of course, Mandzukic is a top centre-forward.
And you led Croatia to qualifying victory home and away against England ahead of Euro 2008, to England's cost, of course. But how do you think they're going to approach this? And where do you think are the weak spots in the England side?
Look, it's going to be a kind of the game that we are good at. You know, we are very good when we sit a little bit back, like against Argentina. That was by far our best game in this tournament, and it was like that before. Even with every generation, we are really good, like the most of the teams. When we sit a little bit back, we love to defend. Modric and Rakitic actually love to, and that's a key.
It's the same team
they
as
love,
against Argentina.
exactly, and they love to defend, and then we control the space and the players. And when we get a ball, we got pace on the flanks. We got Mandzukic, who is dying for the national team, and we have in Modric and Rakitic very good players who can feed those strikers with the ball. On the other hand, so England so far didn't face such a good midfield, such a creative midfield. On the other hand, England is attacking with numbers. They have pace better than us, more pace than us, and we haven't been tested like we're gonna be tonight. So it's gonna be, you play very open football. You have a young team that plays very brave football, but that means that you are vulnerable when you lose a ball, and that will be our chance.
And how confident do you reckon Croatia should be against this relatively young England side?
Croatia are no doubt a talented team. I think the only thing is just how fatigued they are. You know, they've had 2 grueling games. But like I say, they've got the outstanding player within Modric. He can control the tempo of the game. And then Croatia can get the rest when they have the ball. And then when they lose the ball, they can be in trouble against the likes of Sterling, Ali, Lingard, with the energy that they pose. So, but it's the biggest test, without a doubt, for England so far.
Both teams.
Yeah. It is, no doubt about it. Well, that's how Croatia might be able to hurt England. If you join us very shortly, we'll tell you how England might be able to hurt Croatia, a nation of a population of just 4 million. That's 14 times smaller than that of England. They are certainly punching above their weight.
Runs in behind that. Our back three have been able to keep quite sort of set. And John Stones has been quite comfortable in the middle. I think that Mandzukic might play on him and then try and make the runs off, as Lee says, through the in between the sort of wing backs and wide centre backs. It could be difficult for us. It's a different challenge, definitely tonight. Higher level for our players to have to play against.
And Ian, Mandzukic, extremely experienced, you know, Bayern Munich, Juve has won it all as well. So him linking in with these 2 wide players and Modric and Rakitic, there's the obvious danger.
Well, we were talking before, Gary mentioned that if I was, I'd probably go and just put myself right on someone like John Stones, keep him there and get them guys to play into me and just cause that kind of problem, that physical kind of presence that he has, and the fact that he's got a lot of quality about him with balls in the box. So it's going to be a massive problem for us.
Yeah, and obviously Brozovic playing means that, because we've seen quite a lot of Croatia, and in some games Modric and Rakitic have actually played quite deep because they played Kramaric instead. Brozovic should allow the 2 of them, you would think, to play further up the pitch.
Yeah, you would have thought so, particularly the difference of the last time. They seemed maybe a bit isolated and didn't quite know their roles. 2 quality players, obviously. I think if you can stop them 2, England should get ready for the final. But having said that, we're talking about England being tested at the back tonight. It's a World Cup semi-final. You should expect to be tested. That's what the game's about.
They're going to be tested. OK, when England arrived in Russia a month ago, just 1 knockout win would have been the limit of most people's expectations. Next, the players tell us what the past 4 weeks have actually been like on their side of the fence.
Sending you so much luck, guys. Just 2 more games and you've done it. Come on. The whole of England is behind you. Bring it home.
Score a load of goals, get to the final on Sunday, and it's win-win. It's double pay on a Sunday. Come on, England.
England expects every man to do his duty. Come on, England! Come on, England!
I'm sending all the England lads massive luck for the game. It's coming out.
When you watch this England team, even I'm a believer. Good luck to Gareth and the team.
I just want to wish Gareth and all the boys a massive good luck for the semi-final on Wednesday. It's a massive game for the country. The lads are doing us all proud. I know everyone back home is supporting them, and I'm supporting them from out here in the States. All the best, lads.
Record goal scorer Wayne Rooney watching from Washington tonight, and the challenge to get here for the England fans has been massive, and they've met it in their usual resourceful way. Many have flown via mainland Europe, coming through Budapest, Vilnius, Rome and Riga, even by train from Helsinki. And talking of which, Glenn Hoddle has coined a new phrase.
It's a free kick, an early chance for one of England's set-piece party pieces. They have a cunning plan. Tricky attacks. It's hit by Young. It's not a love train, is it? Don't try this at home, folks. You get a penalty. Something had to happen. Harry Kane. Bang! Let's get this party started. Well, you see the little conflab. Trippier short to Henderson. It's in towards Kane, and it's down towards Sterling. Stones! Beautifully executed from the training ground. Needs a decisive delivery. And it's there! From Russia with love! There's the love train again. Which a good header, it's in! It's Harry Maguire! It's their 8th from a set piece. I'm loving the love train. It's good, isn't it?
Ian liked that one in particular, and that's one train that always runs on time, it seems. Well, if the England fans have been on some circuitous journeys to get here, that's mirrored by the players. Darlington, Fleetwood, Barnsley, Leyton Orient and MK Dons, some of the clubs these players have represented. Not so much the golden generation as the emerging one.
Sometimes in life it's not a bad thing to be underestimated.
England arrived in Russia on June the 12th, a faraway time when penalty shootouts triggered a cold sweat and waistcoats were not in vogue. But an awful lot more has been transformed by a nice guy and his unlikely lads in 29 fantastic days.
It's coming home, I'm telling you.
We're here to attack the tournament. I don't want them to look back and think, I wish I'd tried things. I wish I'd really expressed the full level of my talent.
There might be a few nerves, which is, understandable. I think nerves are good sometimes. But there'll be a lot of excitement. Come these 4, 5, 6 weeks, we're a family.
The first 20, 30 minutes, we was flying, we could have had 3 or 4. The down moment, obviously the penalty situation. We go through scenarios in training, stay positive and, really grind the other team down.
To see Harry score the winning goal was a moment I'll never forget in my life.
Kane is at the back post, and it's there!
Put my house on him to score.
Spirits were high, we knew it was going to be hot. Very excited. We remember watching England, what it meant. We've all been through struggles, and that's what's made us the people we are today.
I've never seen a first half like that in my whole life. I cannot actually believe I was there.
I had all my family there, and to score at a World Cup and to have them there was a special moment.
The best England World Cup game of all time, ever.
What did the doubters say?
Weren't good enough, weren't quick enough, weren't physically strong enough. One season wonder.
Making history, scoring a hat-trick. I don't mind a few more hat-tricks off him in this tournament.
8 changes to the England team that started last Sunday's record-breaking win.
I've always been prepared not to follow the crowd. You don't necessarily become braver in your thinking, but I think I have. I'm amused when people are plotting the route right through to where we'd rather stay for the semi-final with one knockout match in the last 15 years or so.
It's an absolute peach from Adnan Januzaj.
I've got to do it the way I believe is right, and I'll always do it with the intention of getting our country as far as we possibly can.
We don't play well in the second round. That was the game we lost momentum, and he's going to get crucified for these changes.
The momentum's still there, we're still in a good place. You want to go and show the world how good we are. And then, yeah, the more you win, the more opportunity comes.
Have had a positive impact on everybody at home, even if only for brief moments of enjoyment and happiness is very special.
The players sharing their World Cup diaries with Gabriel Clark there. The word you've heard a lot about this England team is identity. Do you think they have one? And does it matter whether a team has an identity or not?
I think they have created one, yeah. Just with Garrett going in, bringing a lot of younger players into it, letting people like Joe Hart go, obviously letting Wayne out. They're playing with a lot of pace, energy, obviously playing a lot from the back. The word they keep using there when you hear any of the players, they do seem like a team. From the outside looking at England before, you always thought there was a lot of clicks going on. There was maybe baggage in the background. From looking at this group of players, they look like they are a team. Obviously their set pieces have been excellent. They've had a little bit of luck, which we all need. And yeah, I think they have created something.
And does that matter? Do you need an identity? And have they got one maybe which the team a couple of years ago might not have had?
Well, yeah, because they've gone further. And I think ultimately the results have followed. I think the preparation, you can see the preparation on the set pieces. You know, that takes a lot to get players, I said earlier on in the competition, to get the players to concentrate and focus on the training pitch, to then carry it out and remember and do it on match day has been a big success. And the other thing is, and I said this after the game the other day, they've retained control and composure in possession, which I've not seen England teams do for a long, long time. Maybe under Glenn, to be honest with you, but historically, when we've been in defeat, we've tended to panic and become disorganised and desperate. When we're winning, we tend to drop back and sort of, you know, retreat and sort of protect. This team, to be fair, keep playing the same way, irrespective of the result in the game, and that's impressive.
So, irrespective of what happens tonight or the rest of the World Cup, if England do have an identity going forward, that has to be a good thing when the next tournament comes around.
Well, of course, because when you look at the last two tournaments, you know, and the way we played and the way we kind of capitulated, we didn't know what we were doing. It looks like that anyway. And then when you look at the way we play at the moment, and we're continuously trying to play, even when teams are putting us under pressure, I saw some really good stuff against Sweden and Colombia, where people were trying to play when I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? And they kept doing it. And that, as long as we keep doing that, then obviously we're going to build that identity even more.
I think when you hear Gareth talking about the team and about the preparation, and he's trying to trip him up, Gabriel saying, you know, what have you done anything different? And he kind of says, we're a bit boring because we're doing the same thing. And they're doing the same thing because all the players know what they're doing. And I think players like familiarity. They like to know what they're doing. And if it's working, which it is, and they've got a plan and they know that plan will get them out of trouble at times, then they'll go ahead with it. And the fact that they've got the set piece thing on the left-hand side going, do you know what, we can score at any time on them set pieces. And they're playing with a freedom and no fear. And then when you've got that combination, you can beat anybody.
Well, let's go to outside the Luzhniki now, where Seema Jaswal is testing the temperature of the fans.
10,000 England fans are set to arrive here to watch England in the semi-final. They're already shouting, come on, England. OK, let's go find some to talk to. I don't think it's going to be that difficult today for some reason. Hello. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
So, what's the score going to be?
2-0. A tight 2-1.
A tight 2-1. Is it coming home?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's coming home.
Well said, well said. More fans actually. It's coming home.
Coming home. It's coming home.
Football's coming home.
Yeah.
Come on, England.
I love it. Hi.
Hi.
What's the score going to be?
What?
Score England to win.
No.
But you're wearing an England top.
Win.
Brilliant stuff. Well, as you can see, fans from all over the world are here for the semi-final at the Luzhniki Stadium, and it's just great to see so much English support.
There will be great support for England at the Luzhniki, where kick-off is under half an hour away. And doubtless some of you at home are wearing a waistcoat tonight on this very special Wednesday in honour of the England manager. One well-known store's even sold out of them. We'll hear next from the man responsible for transforming the way the country feels about its football team.
Come on, England, it's coming home. Oh, go on then.
Come on, England!
It's coming home, it's coming home. Come on, England, bring it home. I love you. Mwah.
We love you, lads. Now bring it home. Come on, England!
Lads, wearing this shirt with pure pride and passion. I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to bring it home. I wish you guys all the very best, and it's coming home.
You don't need me to tell you you've got talent, because you've just proved it. What you've done has been amazing. It's lifted the country. I'm sending you every bit of good luck I can. Bring it home.
England will, of course, be hoping to have some X factor about them tonight. And although the Croatian fans will probably be outnumbered, they won't be hard to spot with their distinctive shirts and some wearing those water polo headguards as well. Well, we heard from Slaven Bilic earlier about the threat his countrymen can pose England. What's troubling him about the way England have played at this World Cup? He's with Ryan Giggs and Jackie Oatley pitchside.
We all know about England's threat from set pieces in this tournament. 8 of their 11 goals have been scored from dead ball situations. And Slaven, Croatia will be fully aware about that. But what other positions do you think they'll be concerned about from England's perspective?
Well, apart from the set pieces, it is Harry Kane. He can score out of nothing. He's scoring out of nothing. And then pace when he drops, and the likes of Sterling, especially Dele Alli and Lingard goes in that space. And the third is very important one, that the question mark, because we didn't play against the team that is playing 3-5-2 like England are playing, and England is playing that system really good. So we had to adjust a little bit. On the other side, you played the most of the teams in this tournament, they play with 4 at the back. It is 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1 is the same. So you don't have to adjust your system. But so you attack with numbers. We're going to be tested like never before in this tournament, but also that will leave a lot of space that we can hopefully explode.
Right, it's well known that England have done incredibly well to get this far, to reach a semi-finals, but there is a theory that perhaps there's even more to come from them and that they will have to be better tonight to beat Croatia. So in which areas do they need to step up?
Oh, it's the World Cup semi-final. You'll have to play well to win it. And I think, first of all, from an England perspective, they have to control Modric. And then after that, running off Modric, running off Rakitic. The energy that England have got in that midfield, with Sterling stretching, Lingard, Ali getting that goal was really important because he's not really been playing that well, and he's a goal scorer. So they have a lot going for them, as well as the set pieces. And not forgetting, Croatia conceded against Hernandez, against Russia in the last game.
Well, we all know it's been a long, long time since England were last in a World Cup semi-final. 3 whole years to be precise. That was the women. Now it's the men's chance for a shot at glory.
Time to hear then from the England manager, Gareth Southgate, ahead of the biggest match of his life. He's with Gabriel Clark.
You've called England's World Cup journey so far great fun, but what's the mood been like today and on the coach here?
No different, you know, it's the next game. We've prepared in the same way for every match. We know the opportunity that presents itself, but our preparation and mentality has to be the same.
In terms of selection, were there any close calls, or was it simply just keep a winning team?
No, I think the team have played well. They've performed in the matches that matter. We have great options to change the game, whichever course it's taking. And yeah, I think these guys deserve the chance to go again, and physically they're in good condition.
What particular threat do Croatia pose, Gareth?
Well, they've obviously got some outstanding individuals. They are very strong attacking crosses. They have great spirit and togetherness. So we've got to match everything they throw at us, and our mentality tonight is key. You know, we've got to have self-belief, but also mental strength in the moments of the game where you're going to be challenged and tested.
It's Waistcoat Wednesday back home. The country's ground to a halt. Ian Wright, I don't think, can function very well. Have you tapped into some of that fervour or blocked it out?
Well, I've blocked Righty out. No, I mean, it's brilliant. We can feel the energy and we can feel the support, but we also have to disconnect ourselves a little bit from that, because we've got a game of football to play, and we want to get that right.
You've said sometimes just before a game a manager can say too much, but what will be the one thing you'll emphasise?
No, really, that we're ready. You know, we trust in the players, we trust in the way of working, and that doesn't change for this game.
And you knew Sir Bobby Robson well. He was the last England manager in this position. What bit of advice would he give you now?
I would think to enjoy it. You know, I would think, as I feel, it's a privilege. You're leading a country into a semi-final. Not many people have had the opportunity to do it, but equally, we don't want it to end here.
Good luck, Gareth.
Thank you.
It's no way to treat an old Crystal Palace teammate, is it? Well, there we are.
I thought you were mates.
We are mates.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's nervous. Right, I want to talk about up front. Kane and Sterling against Lovren and Vida. I mean, Vida looks like a Bond villain, doesn't he? But what do you think of the pair of them back there?
Well, I would still back Sterling and Kane, simply because of Harry Kane. He doesn't need many opportunities to not only score but to hit the target and making sure that he's going to work their keeper. But I think that the runs that Sterling can make in respect of someone like Lovren, and I won't put the mockers on him, hopefully he has a poor game. The fact is that you've got to keep people like that under pressure. He's always trying to win the ball in front. I think he's somebody that can be turned, he can be spun, and we've got to try and take advantage of that.
I think it's a really big thing for them where they set their back line, how deep they start their line from. And if they give England too much space behind, they'll be aware of Sterling's runs and Lingard's runs into there. But Kane does come short and picks the ball up, so if they drop off too deep, he'll get a load of space, and then he can bring the wide players in. So it's a real difficult conundrum for Croatia about where they start from, and I think they'll probably start deeper than they will high.
I was at the Croatia-Denmark game, the second round. They were fortunate to get through it, and those two did look like you could get at them. And Denmark, if they had a little bit more quality, would have, I think, won that game. England have got a bit more quality, but one area where England have probably fell short a little bit is that little bit of creativity in the final third to score from open play. So who's passing the balls down the side of those centre-backs to get Sterling and Kane in? That's the big challenge for England. So Dele Alli, Lingard, Jordan Henderson, they have to step up and make sure they play those little passes that do cause those centre-halves the problem.
You mentioned Henderson. Maybe he's got his hands full. He's got Modric and Rakitic. He'll need one of Dele Alli or Lingard to help him out on occasions.
Yeah, of course. But I think he'd be fine with that. I think Jordan's, again, the word everyone seems to use, he's matured well over the last 1 or 2 years. I think defensively he'd be fine. What you expect a bit more from Jordan, which I've probably been critical of the last year or two, maybe too many sideward passes. I think tonight you're on about getting at them quickly for England. Is a bit of courage, pass it forward quickly to get these players on the turn and getting at the Croatian back four. But Jordan's a good player, and it's glad to see that he's doing well because he's had his critics over the last few years.
Yeah, and we saw when teams sat in against Croatia, found it hard, didn't they? So it'll be interesting to see how England line up in that sense, whether Gareth Southgate thinks actually maybe it's just worth aping what Russia did to a little bit.
Yeah,
in Denmark.
but I think listening to Gareth, he said he's not going to change anything and they're going to play the same way every time. I still think they'll come out from the back and they'll take chances at times. That could be dangerous, but that's their DNA, as we've talked about it before.
Kickoff is getting ever closer. England against Croatia for a place in the World Cup final against the French.
England, you've made us so proud of you. One more push and make us prouder still. Come on, lads!
To the England boys, congratulations on everything you've achieved so far. Your togetherness and team spirit has been inspirational. I cannot wait to see it again in the semi-final. All the very best and good luck.
Come on, boys, let's have it. 3 lines on a shirt, we're rooting for you lot. Everyone knows it's coming, oh, it's coming.
Well, you might be watching from your lucky seat or wearing your lucky shirt again. It might be same pub, same place, same drink, or back in the same spot in the fan park from where you watch the Sweden or Colombia games. And especially with the good weather, they proved immensely popular, and they're rammed again this evening. And a place which is very busy is Hyde Park in London as well. And the Lightning Seeds have been there in the last few moments playing 3 Lions. It's a big night, no doubt about that. Lee, what are your final thoughts?
Let's not forget Croatia played 2 extra times, 2 penalty shootouts, the emotion of all of that. I think if we play intense, powerful, brave football, we win the game.
I think that we have been fortunate with the draw. Anyone would have taken the draw that we've had to get to this point. So I think that now we should take advantage of that, and I think it's a team that we can beat.
Don't be part of that if only, if we'd done this, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Send those fan parts crazy and get us to a final, and it'll be a different level than we're even experiencing now.
Do you think that maybe stamina might come into play if it's level after an hour, whatever, those 2 extra times that they've had, the Croatians?
No, if it's stamina, we win. We're younger, fitter, I think we're quicker. I think if it's stamina, we win. It's not, though. It's about, obviously, quality as well.
We said it earlier, great opportunity for England. I think if they show enough courage, they'll win the game. But they've been in this position before and messed things up, so let's see how the night goes.
Yep. And does it mess up with your nerves as a player? Even as a player, a match as big as this, Roy, they're only humans. Suddenly they think we're in a World Cup semi-final.
They should have nerves. Nerves is a good thing. Yeah, that nerves gives you that extra bit of energy. And if they weren't nervous, I'd be worried.
Before kick-off, one final message.
Guys, good luck tonight. Seriously excited back here. You've done utterly amazing throughout the whole tournament. Wish you the best for tonight. It's coming home. Come on, England.
That's the final message, and plenty have despaired over the years, and some have never really cared. But not now. Hang on tight. Commentary this evening from Glenn Hoddle and Clive Tildesley.